Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. How are you today? I hope you are well. I cannot see for the life of me. I tried to take out my eyeball with my mascara wand. So I'm going to have to wear my glasses in some parts of this to talk to you about our Fragrance Friday for this week. So Neon Rose was created in 2017 by Floral Street. They are a clean fragrance, which means that they use all natural ingredients in their perfumes. Neon Rose just happens to be a unisex scent, which excites me since this smelled so good on my brother. It was clean, airy, there was some aquatic notes to it, but it was just a nice, clean fragrance and smelled absolutely divine on him. I got no hints of floral on him. It was just a beautiful, clean fragrance. I bought this for him, thinking he might like it. He did not take to me buying what he thought was a woman's fragrance, so I kept it. And so I have this Fragrance Friday for you, thanks in part to him. Neon Rose, which I love the name. It has bergamot, apple blossom, jasmine, and rose. Now, they do not stair step from top, middle to base notes. All I can do is kind of tell you the story of what I smell. Neon Rose is a eau de parfum. It comes onto the scene very bright and crisp, thanks to that bergamot. Now, we talk about bergamot a lot on this channel. It is a very, seems to be a scent that is becoming more popular. So I thought I would talk about it. Now, I know bergamot through my essential oils. I used it in my soaps and in my diffusers. I like the scent of bergamot. I can post a picture up here of what a bergamot looks like. It's called actually a bergamot orange, is actually its name. Its scent profile is very complex, so let me read this to you because I do not want to miss what kind of odor it puts off. It is citrusy, it is bitter and tart, it is elegant, it's a lighter note, so it's used more as a top note, and it has a mild, spicy tone to it. So the bergamot really comes into play at the beginning. It is very bright, it is crisp, it is clean. It's complex in its scent profile that I can't really put one type of citrusy note to explain it. So it's just kind of a combination of a whole bunch of different citrus notes that makes this bright burst. And there's sometimes it can be spicy, but it is not spicy in this one, at least not on me. It's really bright and kind of refreshing, kind of like a spring morning, if you will. Then quickly I get rose. I'm not a huge rose fan, but this rose is mixed in with jasmine. But there's also another note. I do not know what it is. I cannot grab it. Kind of has a peach quality to it. That is in there. That sweetens up the rose and the jasmine. Now, the jasmine is this wet, heavy floral. The rose is more of a rose that is freshly cut, so there's just a hint of a green note in there. But then there's that sweetness, which I'm going to call peach because I don't know what else that is. It's something juicy. Something you can, that's really fleshy. So those two florals are highly present with this beautiful peachy fruit scent in there that kind of grounds it. It kind of holds those two powerhouse florals kind of at bay, kind of reining them in so they don't overtake the scent and become just this floral melee, if you will. I wish I knew what it was, because it blends so nicely with all those other notes that just makes it really pretty and soft. And so the reach on Neon Rose, I would say, would be maybe 3 to 4, maybe 5 people deep. You know, if they're standing here stacked back, maybe 6, but it's not overly large. But to the whoever can smell it, they get the scent, they get all the nuances of it, because it is a simpler scent that you can actually pick out some of the notes. Now, the longevity for this eau de parfum, it isn't the greatest, but it isn't the worst either. Now, it's good. It's good. It's not great. It's not something I smell when I wake up in the morning, but you get a good 2.5, pushing 3 of the scent, and that's going all the way through the dry down. The dry down is so hard to describe. Okay, let's back up. I've tried to explain the base 1,000 times, and I don't know where in here I'm going to cut it in, because I'm struggling to describe the base to you, because it's different. There's a cleanness to the base, a hint of freshness, a little green, a little sweet. I personally think that is that fresh cut rose that I'm smelling, that's giving off that little green, a little sweet, a skosh woody, if you will. But I also think we could possibly be smelling some of that apple blossom, because there is a hint of a wood note in apple blossom. And even though apple blossom is described towards the beginning, I have a feeling that's kind of where that woodiness is coming in. There's an airiness to the dry down that kind of makes all that woody, spicy, green sweetness kind of have more of an earthiness to it. So it's not so grounded. I don't know what gives it that airy quality, but I like it. I like that it goes from having this really bright, in-your-face beginning, this really thick, sweeter floral in the middle, and then having kind of a airier spice at the end. I like that. Now, I know I'm all over the place with that description on that base, but it's hard for me to describe. Where all of that is coming in has got to be somehow within the natural mixture of what we've been smelling. Now, the mister on this travel spray, I gotta show you that, how fine a mister that is. So when you spray this on, you need to be mindful that it's going to cover a large place unless you hold it close to your skin. Now I tend to hold further away, so this does get on my clothes unless I pull up the sleeve or I have short sleeves on. And I'm not one to spray on my clothing, but some people don't mind doing that. That's a personal preference. I am a heavy sprayer, so I spray on my arms, my neck, behind my legs, sometimes between my breasts, kind of like where my heart is beating. I do it there. Is it an overspray? You better believe it is, but I don't care. Neon Rose is a beautiful twist on the classic rose fragrance. Like I've said, I am not a rose lover, yet this is a really beautiful floral scent. I cannot go far enough to say it's a fruity floral, but that fruity note holding that middle kind of at bay makes it gorgeous. It does have a projection, but it doesn't take over a room. It does become closer to the skin as it dries down, but it never becomes powdery. It just kind of melts into your skin, if you will. That's the only way I can describe the scent, you know? I know that makes no sense, but there's notes at the end that shouldn't be there when you think of the ending of a fragrance, but they're there, and they're beautiful, and they let this beautiful neon rose, this kind of a play on the classic rose, it lets the dance kind of end on a slow song, if you will. So Floral Street's Neon Rose, I did not think I would like this. I loved it on my brother, so it is a great scent, unisex scent. Floral Street, you've done good. You've hit my radar, and I like you so far. That is it for Fragrance Friday this week. I hope you enjoyed my review on this Floral Streets Neon Rose. I'm excited to get to know this clean brand. I'm trying to test more clean brands that are not as known as other ones. So I hope that's something you guys might like. Of course, I will always talk about those that are already well known and give you my thoughts on them, because sometimes I don't like those that are highly popular. But you know me, I always just tell you what I think. I do not know if I will be able to have a Fragrance Friday for you next Friday. I will do my best. If I do not, just know I will be back the following week. But in the meantime, take good care of yourself. Take care of each other. Be safe out there. And I will see you on the next one.